Aglipay vs. Ruiz. GR number L45459. March 13, 1937. Facts: the Director of Posts announced in the dailies of Manila that he would order the issues of postage stamps, commemorating the celebration in the city of Manila, of the 33rd International Eucharistic Congress, organized by the Roman Catholic Church. The petitioner, Monsignor Gregorio Aglipay, Supreme Head of the Philippine Independent Church, in the fulfillment of what he considers to be a civic duty, requested Vicente Soto, Esquire, member of the Philippine Bar, to denounce the matter to the President of the Philippines. In spite of the protest of the petitioner's attorney, the respondent publicly announced having sent to the United States the designs of the postage stamps for printing. Petitioner alleged that this action of the respondent is violative of the provisions of Section 23, subsection 3, Article 6, of the Constitution of the Philippines. Issue: whether or not the respondent violated the Constitution in issuing and selling postage stamps commemorative of the 33rd International Eucharistic Congress. Held: no. The prohibition expressed in Section 23, subsection 3, Article 6, of the Constitution is a direct corollary of the principle of separation of church and state. Religious freedom, however, as a constitutional mandate is not inhibition of profound reverence for religion and is not denial of its influence in human affairs, and, insofar as it instills into the minds the purest principles of morality, its influence is deeply felt and highly appreciated. In the case at bar, it appears that the respondent Director of Posts issued the postage stamps in question under the provisions of Act No. 4052 of the Philippine Legislature. Act No. 4052 contemplates no religious purpose in view. What it gives the Director of Posts is the discretionary power to determine when the issuance of special postage stamps would be advantageous to the government. The phrase advantageous to the government does not authorize the violation of the Constitution. It does not authorize the appropriation, use or application of public money or property for the use, benefit or support of a particular sect or church. The issuance of the postage stamps in question by the Director of Posts and the Secretary of Public Works and Communications was not inspired by any sectarian denomination. The stamps were not issued and sold for the benefit of the Roman Catholic Church, nor were money derived from the sale of the stamps given to that church. On the contrary, the only purpose in issuing and selling the stamps was to advertise the Philippines and attract more tourists to this country. The officials concerned merely took advantage of an event considered of international importance to give publicity to the Philippines and its people. It is significant to note that the stamps is actually designed and printed, instead of showing a Catholic Church chalice as originally planned, contains a map of the Philippines and the location of the city of Manila, and an inscription as follows: Seat 33 International Eucharistic Congress, February 3-7, 1937. What is emphasized is not the Eucharistic Congress itself but Manila, the capital of the Philippines, as the seat of that Congress. It is obvious that while the issuance and sale of the stamps in question may be said to be inseparably linked with an event of a religious character, the resulting propaganda, if any, received by the Roman Catholic Church, was not the aim and purpose of the government. Act No. 4052 grants the Director of Posts, with the approval of the Secretary of Public Works and Communications, discretion to misuse postage stamps with new designs as often as may be deemed advantageous to the government. Even if we were to assume that these officials made use of a poor judgment in issuing and selling the postage stamps in question,